Hi viewers, how are you all? Today's class is very interesting and important also. Today's class is related to judicial system, whereas the judicial system is more important to maintain a peace in our country. On that cause in our India the many courts are established. In today's class we study about this. Let us see headlines. Our first headline is Supreme Court. After this we see qualification of the Supreme Court judge and powers and functions of the Supreme Court. After this we study High Court. In this we study the qualification of a High Court judge. After that we see functions of the High Court. Now let us see, we have a common judicial system for entire country. We see that in our whole country a common judicial system is there. Unlike the American judicial system were there, they are separate court for the center and state. In the central we see the separate court are there. In our state also we see separate courts are there. Our judiciary is independent of the guidance of a legislature and executive. The High Court is a subordinate court and District Court is functions under the Supreme Court. Here we see that the High Court is a subordinate court and District Court functions are the work under the Supreme Court. The Supreme Court is a highest court of the law in our country and its judgment is a final judgment. Its judgment means the Supreme Court judgment is a final judgment. Now let us see about a Supreme Court. The Supreme Court come into existence by the Act of Parliament on January 28, 1950. It come into existence in January 28, 1950 by an Act of Parliament. It is in New Delhi. It is in our capital called New Delhi. The President appointed the Chief Justice and other judges of the Supreme Court. At present there are 31 judges including the Chief Justice. Here we see that the President has appointed the Chief Justice and other judges of the court. Court means a Supreme Court. At present in nowadays we see that there are 31 judges are there including Chief Justice also. Now let us see what are the qualification to become the Supreme Court judge. Our first qualification is he should be a citizen of India. Our second qualification is he should have served as a High Court judge for last 5 years or he should have been an advocate of a High Court for at least 10 years or he should be distinguished jurist as per the President's opinion. In our second qualification, we see that he should be served as a High Court judge for last 5 years or he should be advocate of a High Court for last 10 years or he should be distinguished jurist as per the President's opinion. Now let us move on. The age of retirement of the Chief Justice of Supreme Court is 65 years. The age of retirement is 65 years. So, however, they can resign earlier. He may be resign their post. If the judge are found guilty while discharging their duties, if he done any type of mistakes in their duty, they can be removed from the office by President on the recommendation from both the houses with specific majority. Here we see that the age of retirement of the Chief Justice is 65 years, but he may be resign earlier. If the judge are found guilty while discharging or he was misuse his duties, he can be removed from the office by President or on the recommendation from both the houses of Parliament. After their resignation or retirement, the judge cannot practice before any court. Their salary and allowances are decided by an act of Parliament. Here we see that after the retirement, he cannot be practiced before any court and their salary and allowances are according to the act of Parliament. Those are all the qualifications of Supreme Court judge. Now let us see powers and functions of Supreme Court. There are three types of powers are there. First one is original power, second one is appellate power, third one is advisory power. Now let us see one by one. Our first type is original power. Resolving the dispute between the union and state and between the states, safeguarding the fundamental rights of the citizen and interpreting the provisions of the constitution and passing on the rights. Here we see that in the original rights, it is work on the queries or disputes between the union and state or state to state, and it is means a Supreme Court safeguard the fundamental rights of the citizens and interpreting the provisions of a constitution and passing on rights. Our second power is appellate power. The citizen may file the cases in Supreme Court against the judgment given by the lower court. The Supreme Court may accept such appeals and issue the judgment in those matters. It may also give a special direction to the citizens to fill such appeals. Here we see that when the citizens may file the case in Supreme Court against the judgment given by the lower court, if they did not gain the justice from the lower court on that time, they may appeal in the Supreme Court. The Supreme Court may accept such appeals and issue the judgment in those matters. It may also give a special direction to those citizens to fill the appeals. Now let us see advisory powers. The Supreme Court may advise the President when seek it opinion and important public issues. The President may consult the Supreme Court for advice on the matters related to the agreement and contract entered by the government and form before the implementation of those constitutions. In addition to those powers, the Supreme Court serves as a court of records, chief advisor to the center and state. It has power to issue the special rights. Those are all about the Supreme Court. Now let us see High Court. The Constitution provides for a High Court in every state. Sometimes there is one High Court for two or more states. The High Court consists of Chief Justice and other judges. The number of judges varies from the state to state. Here we see that our Constitution provides a High Court in every state. Sometimes we see that the High Court for two or more states, and High Courts are consisted the Chief Justice and other judges. The number of the judges are various. Number of the judges are different from one state to another state. Now let us see qualifications of a High Court judge. Our first qualification is he should be a citizen of India. Our second qualification is he should serve as a judiciary officer in a judicial office or work as an advocate of a High Court for 10 years. Our third qualification is he should be an distinguished jurist as per the opinion of a president. Those are all the qualifications. The age of retirement of the High Court judge is 62 years. However, they can resign earlier if the judge are found guilty while discharging their duties. They can be removed from the office by President supporting by the specific majority vote of both the houses of Parliament. Here we see that the age of retirement of the High Court judge is 62 years and he may resign earlier too, and the judges are removed on the case they did any kind of mistakes or misuses their duties. On that time they can be removed from the office of President and the support by specific majority vote of both the houses of the Parliament. Now let us see powers and functions of the High Court. The High Court has power over the whole state. Its functions. Our first function is the original power to resolve the civil and criminal cases like naval, marital and contempt of court case, To admit appeal against the judgment passes by the subordinate court in the civil and criminal cases. To direct transfer of the cases from the lower court to the high court to supervises the working of a subordinate court, to admit rights and petitions, to safeguard the fundamental rights and other legal rights of the citizen, to appeal the staff and regulating them. Now let us see, here is one important information, that is the Britishers are established 3 high courts in India for the first time in Calcutta, Bombay and Madras in the year 1862. At present there are 21 high courts are there in our India. There is one high court for the state of Punjab and Haryana. Similarly, there is a high court in Guwahati in Assam for Assam, Manipur, Meghalaya, Tripura, Nagaland, Mizoram and Arunachal Pradesh states. The Mysore High Court was established in the year 1884. It was renamed as a Karnataka High Court in 1973. Recently, the 2 branches of the High Court are established in Dharwad and Kalaburgi. Here we see the stages of judicial system, that is Supreme Court, State High Court, District and Session Court, Senior Division Court, Civil in the civil cases, Chief Judicial Magistrate in criminal cases. Those are all about the judicial system. If you have any queries regarding this, comment below. Thank you for watching this.